You two kids are going to have to go into the woods and learn about calculus before you're ready for the AP exam.
Aw, really? But we know a lot about calculus.
Okay then, can you define calculus?
Of course. Calculus is a discipline of mathematics that is concerned with change and motion. It studies quantities that approach other quantities.
That's right. How'd you learn all that?
I learned it in Mr. Scott's AP Calculus class. It really prepared me for the AP exam.
But what if we get lost in the woods?
Don't worry, Gretel. I have a plan.
What is it, Hansel?
I think we should leave a trail of breadcrumbs to help us find our way home.
That's a great idea, Hansel. Hello, children. What are you doing this far in the woods?
We are trying to learn about calculus. Can you help us?
What do you need to know? What kinds of things can we do with calculus?
You can do lots of things. You can use calculus in engineering, accounting, management, and even the medical science.
Wow, those are all so interesting. Thank you. I want to be an engineer with calculus.
I want to be an economist. Thank you for your help, but we must get going.
What are you two doing so deep in the woods?
We're looking to learn more about calculus. Can you help us?
What do you want to know?
What kind of things do I need to know from pre-cal before I take calculus?
Oh yeah, Papa always told us we need to know the unit circle, but I never remember what else.
You will definitely need a unit circle, but it is also important that you know trigonometry identities, areas of shapes, the distance formula, and the volumes of shapes.
I had never thought of that. Thank you, stranger.
Gee, I really need to brush up on my trig identities. Thank you. Perfect. Now all we have to do is... Hansel,
What is it, Gretel? What's wrong?
our breadcrumb trail, it's missing.
What do you mean? Bread just can't grow legs and walk away.
Well then where did they go? They're missing.
The breadcrumbs really are gone. How will we get home now?
Maybe there's a house in the woods somewhere where we can ask for directions, and if we're lucky, they'll know calculus.
Great idea, Gretel. Let's start looking.
Look, Hansel, a house.
Whose house is this, Gretel? I have never seen one like it.
Me neither. Look at the sign over there. It says, it's the home of the integral witch. Maybe she knows how to get us home.
The integral witch? That means she must know calculus too. Maybe she can help us for our exam when she gives us directions to home.
Maybe. Let's see if she's home.
Who is it? Oh, it's two sweet children. Come in, come in. You're just in time for dinner. So you said you want to learn more about calculus?
Yes, ma'am.
Then you have come just to the right place. I am the integral witch, and I know all about calculus. Let's start with the easy stuff. Do you know what the derivative of a function is?
Yeah, that's the way to find the slope of any function at any point on the x-axis.
Do you know how to find one?
Oh, I do. First, you'll raise every x down by 1 degree and then multiply it with the coefficient. And then you'll do it with every term until you get the derivative.
Very good. And do you know what an antiderivative is?
Is it a kind of tree? It sounds like a kind of tree.
No, silly. An antiderivative is the exact opposite of a derivative.
Correct again. Do you know how to evaluate them?
Of course. Well, it's the opposite of a derivative, so you would go backwards. And so, you raise it a degree, and then you raise a degree, and to get the 1, you'd have to put 1/3, and then don't forget the C.
I'm very impressed. You two have come such a long way. Wouldn't you like something to eat and a warm place to rest your head?
That would be great. And when we rest, we can go home and tell Papa what we have learned.
Right this way, children. Come on in. Silly children, now I'll have dinner for a whole week. What was that? What are you children doing?
You evil witch, you're trying to eat us!
Of course! What did you think I was trying to do? Give you a summer tan?
Oh.
You pale munchkin from Munchkin who will never have a job or a love life.
All we wanted to do was learn about calculus.
I taught you a lot about calculus. Then it was my turn to make supper. supper.
Let us go. You won't have any supper tonight.
Fine, I will let you go if you can answer 2 questions. First, what is an integral?
An integral is a way to find the area under a curve.
Correct, but can you solve one?
I can. Well, first, you have to take the antiderivative. And so our degree would be 3, and to get the 2, we'd have to do 2/3. But since the bounds are 2 and 1, we'll have to write that out. And to find the area, we have to plug both numbers in. If that's 8, we'll have 16/3 minus 2/3, which is 14/3. And that's the area under this curve.
I can't believe it! You actually knew what an integral was! You were right all along. Mr. Scott must be an amazing teacher.
We answered your question, witch! Now you must let us go home!
Let us go home.
Fine. Since you knew so much about calculus, I will let you go home. Then you can pass your AP exam.
We're back, and we know a whole lot more about calculus.
Very good. I'm very proud of both of you for becoming so smart.
We owe it all to Mr. Scott for teaching us.
Without him, we wouldn't have escaped the witch, learned about how fun math can be, or passed our exam.
I'm glad you're both so grateful. Welcome home. I hope you had the best time in AP Calculus AP.